Welcome back. Today, we're taking a closer look at a 1974 United States quarter dollar, a coin that many people have seen, but very few have truly examined in detail. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary piece of everyday change, something that quietly moves from hand to hand without drawing much attention. But when you slow down and really focus on it, the story begins to unfold in a way that feels surprisingly engaging. This small coin carries layers of design, history, and subtle detail that most people never notice. The more you observe it, the more you begin to understand why collectors pay attention to coins like this. It's not just about the face value, it's about the hidden depth behind something so common. Stay with me, because what you're about to see might change how you look at quarters forever. There are details here that are easy to miss, yet once you notice them, they become impossible to ignore. Let's start by taking a closer look. On the front of the coin, you'll see the familiar portrait of George Washington, facing left with a calm and composed expression. This design has been a part of American currency for decades, and it carries a sense of tradition that feels instantly recognizable. Above the portrait, the word liberty stands out clearly, representing a core idea that defines the nation itself. Just beside the portrait, the phrase, "In God we trust," is visible, adding another layer of meaning to the design. At the bottom, the year 1974 marks the moment this coin entered circulation, placing it within a specific historical context. If you look closely, you might notice how the sharpness of the design varies from coin to coin. These small differences can be surprisingly important. Even the spacing of letters and the smoothness of the surface can make a noticeable impact. It's these details that begin to separate one coin from another. Turning the coin over, the reverse side presents the powerful image of an eagle with its wings spread wide, a symbol often associated with strength and independence. The eagle stands firmly above a bundle of arrows, surrounded by olive branches that represent peace. Around the top edge, the words United States of America curve along the rim, reinforcing the identity of the coin. Just beneath that, the phrase E pluribus unum appears, meaning out of many, one. At the bottom, the denomination quarter dollar is clearly marked. While this design may seem familiar, the level of detail can vary depending on how the coin was struck. Some examples show sharper feathers and clearer lines, while others appear softer due to wear. These differences are often what collectors focus on. It's not just about what the design is, but how well it has been preserved.
The 1974 quarter was produced during a time when coins were already being made with a copper-nickel clad composition rather than silver. This change had taken place a few years earlier, and it significantly affected both the appearance and feel of the coin. Even without silver, the coin still has a distinctive tone that reflects its era. When light hits the surface, it can reveal subtle variations in texture and color. Some coins appear bright and reflective, while others show signs of age and circulation. These differences tell a story of how the coin has been used over time. A well-preserved example can look almost untouched, while a heavily circulated one shows clear signs of wear. This contrast adds another layer of interest. It reminds us that every coin has its own unique journey. Condition plays a major role in how coins like this are viewed. Two coins from the same year can look completely different depending on how they have been handled. A coin that has been carefully stored may have sharp edges, clear lettering, and a clean surface. On the other hand, a coin that has circulated for years may show scratches, fading, and worn details. These differences are not just cosmetic, they can influence how the coin is evaluated. Even small marks can change the overall appearance. This is why collectors pay close attention to grading. Understanding condition is one of the most important parts of coin collecting. It transforms a simple object into something much more detailed and meaningful. Another interesting aspect of the 1974 quarter is the possibility of mint variations. Coins produced at different mint locations can sometimes show subtle differences that are not immediately obvious. These variations might include slight changes in design sharpness, spacing, or tiny identifying marks. While these differences may seem minor, they can be very important to collectors. Discovering a variation can feel like finding something hidden in plain sight. It adds an element of curiosity and excitement to the process. The more closely you examine the coin, the more you might notice. This is where attention to detail becomes valuable. It turns observation into discovery. Over the years, coins like this have quietly passed through countless hands, becoming part of everyday life without drawing much attention. Each transaction adds a small piece to the coin's story. Think about how many places this coin could have traveled and how many people might have used it. That sense of history is part of what makes coin collecting so interesting. It connects the present to the past in a very real way. Even a common coin can carry a sense of movement and change. When you hold it, you're holding something that has been part of many different moments. This perspective adds depth to something that might otherwise seem ordinary.
Collectors are often drawn to coins that stand out in some way, and sometimes that uniqueness comes from unexpected details. It could be a slightly stronger strike, a cleaner surface, or even a subtle difference in texture. These features are not always easy to notice, but they can make a coin more interesting. The 1974 quarter is no exception. While many examples are standard, there are always a few that catch attention. Identifying those differences requires patience and careful observation. It's a process that rewards those who take the time to look closely. Over time, collectors develop an eye for these details. That's when ordinary coins begin to feel extraordinary. In recent years, interest in coins like this has grown as more people explore collecting as a hobby. Online communities and auctions have made it easier to share information and compare coins. This increased attention has brought certain coins into focus, especially those in exceptional condition. When a coin stands out visually, it naturally draws more interest. That attention can sometimes lead to higher demand. While not every coin reaches that level, the possibility keeps collectors engaged. It adds a sense of anticipation to the process. There is always the chance of discovering something special. There have been rare situations where coins similar to this have been discussed in connection with very high auction figures. In exceptional cases, a 1974 quarter with unique characteristics such as near-perfect condition or unusual features has been associated with values reaching as high as $129 million. These situations are extremely uncommon and usually involve a combination of factors, including condition, rarity, and collector interest. It's important to understand that such figures represent the highest end of the market. Most coins will not reach this level, but the idea itself captures attention. It shows how much value can depend on specific details. This possibility is what keeps collectors searching. When experts evaluate a coin, they consider several factors at once, including condition, rarity, and overall visual appeal. These elements work together to determine how the coin is perceived. A coin that excels in all these areas naturally stands out more. For the 1974 quarter, this means examining every detail carefully. Even small improvements in quality can make a difference. This level of analysis is what separates casual observation from serious collecting. It encourages a deeper understanding of what makes each coin unique. Over time, this knowledge becomes more refined.
Lighting plays an important role when examining coins like this. Under different lighting conditions, details can appear more or less visible. A bright light can highlight the sharpness of the design, while softer lighting can reveal surface texture. Viewing the coin from different angles can bring out features that might otherwise be missed. This simple step can change how the coin is perceived. It's a reminder that careful observation can lead to new discoveries. Even a small shift in perspective can reveal something new. Storage is another factor that can influence how a coin changes over time. Coins that are kept in protective holders tend to maintain their appearance much better. Exposure to air, moisture, and handling can affect the surface. Proper storage helps preserve the original look of the coin. For collectors, this is an important consideration. Maintaining condition is key to preserving long-term interest. It's one of the simplest ways to protect a coin's appeal. Small efforts can make a lasting difference. As you continue to explore coins like the 1974 quarter, you may begin to notice details that were not obvious before. This process of discovery is what keeps people engaged in collecting. Each coin offers something new to learn. The more time you spend observing, the more your understanding grows. It's a gradual process that rewards curiosity.